After the rigged fight of the century, a prime Orochi Doppo confronts the father of Yujiro, Hanma Yujiro. Do you think the god hand of karate can hurt the current strongest creature? Let's find out. The chapter starts in the old era of Japan. Years and years ago, a pro wrestling bout was about to take place. They called it the fight of the century. Starring two fighters, famous throughout the country as unbeatable. The pro wrestling king who achieved the third highest rank in sumo, Rikigausen. And the judo master at the height of his superiority, Hanma Yujiro. The eyes of the world were nailed to this historic bout. But when the bell rang, no one could have predicted what was to happen. The sudden left straight to the face. This was not the attack of a pro wrestler. This was raw power and the sound of flesh hitting flesh. The pro wrestler keep attacking again and again, but Yuichiro seems to not fight back. This wasn't pro wrestling, this was savagery. And we see the face of Yuichiro full of blood. The crowd was at a total loss for words as they watched the gruesome act play out. And silence was all that greeted the victor of the match. The match is now finally finished. Yuichiro is now walking home in the rain. But he seems quite happy even after losing the match. Two couples saw him and said, "Is that? Yeah. It's Hanma Yujiro. I can't believe he's out. Walking around after taking such a horrible beating." Yuichiro stopped walking after being approached by someone with an umbrella. He stares at him looking for signs. He then notices his thick, well-trained hands. Yuichiro then said, "Impressive. It's fair to say. You've seen a lot of action. Just judging from your hands, I would guess it's karate. And you look pretty good at it." The man then throws his umbrella in the ground. It's the man that we knew very well. He then proceeds with his introduction. "My name is Orochi Doppo." Yuichiro Hanma grins with what he saw. He then said, "Cauliflower ears and a reset nose. You're dabbling in more than just karate. What business does a strong guy like you have with the little old me?" Doppo replied, "Why did you do it?" Yuichiro laughs. "Ah, the fight. The fight? You mean the act that you put on?" Yuichiro replied sarcastically. "What are you talking about? That Rikigausen was one tough customer." Doppo replied, "Don't insult my intelligence." Then Yuichiro tells the truth. "Well, you see. They made me a very generous offer. So you got your money. But lost something in the process. Something you can never get back, not with all the money in the world. One more thing. You could have easily blocked everything he threw at you. His punches, chops, kicks, all of it. Why did you just stand there and take it? Let me venture a guess. You took it because you could. His feeble little attacks weren't even worth the decency of blocking. I have to admit. I love that about you. How no one ever knows what you're going to do. But because of your generosity to Rikigausen, and by throwing that match, you've trampled something important underfoot. The pride of Japanese martial arts." Yuichiro replied, "Well then pal. What are you gonna do about it?" Then he grabs Orochi Doppo's jacket. Then Doppo jumps to quickly removes his jacket. Yuichiro thinking, "Thanks pal. You've really made my day." Then Doppo stand on Yuichiro's wrist with only the tip of his shoes. Yuichiro continued, "I'm glad that someone out there knows how strong I really am." Doppo then jumps on his wrist and kicked Hanma Yujiro in the chin. But Yuichiro made it look like that nothing happens at all and just rubs his chin. Doppo then said, "Hanma, what I'm gonna do is set things straight." Then Doppo leaves. Hanma Yujiro complimented him. "Nice kick. I think you broke my jaw." We then move on to the old Karakuin Hall. Rikigausen then said, "The basement of the Karakuin Hall. I don't know if it's because the stands are empty or not, but it's a lot smaller than I imagined." Takegawa then said, "This is the underground arena of the Karakuin Hall. Host to the best fighters in the world. It appears everyone bought your fight with Hanma. Well done." Rikigausen replied, "I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about. Ricky, there will be no spectators today. I am only here as a witness." "Is that so?" "Indeed. Because today is not a normal match. This is your punishment." That's how he phrased it. Heh, I see. Well, he can call it whatever he wants. Punishment, revenge. They're all just words. As long as he sticks to our agreement. 10 times the amount for a pro wrestling match. Yes, 10 times the amount for a fake TV match. It seems slightly unreasonable if you ask me. Ricky replied, "Takegawa, you're forgetting something. It's not in pro wrestling that I truly shine. But in a real no-holds-barred fight. In any case. When is your man going to show up?" It's rude to keep me waiting. Takegawa replied, I believe you'll find that he arrived some time ago. Ricky shivers. Because Orochi Doppo is standing behind him. Hiding in his own shadow. Orochi blows his neck and he turns around about to chop him up. But Orochi Doppo squats down in a horse stance to dodge his chop. Leaving Ricky unbalanced. Orochi then attacks his testicle, then continues to palm strike his nose. There's a lot of blood coming out and it even reach out Takegawa. The blood that goes to Takegawa is Ricky's nose. It flew right off and it's been cut very cleanly. Doppo then reverse punched Ricky's chest with all his strength. And he was knocked down cold. The fight of the century was all just a show. And you paid Hanma Yujiro to take a dive. Everything was agreed upon beforehand and you took him out with a gutless sucker punch. You'll go to the press with these two facts. Otherwise, we'll send pictures of your mangled face to every newspaper in the country. A few days later, a newspaper has been made. Fight of the century a fake? Allegations of bribery in his match. Rikigausen to undergo a plastic surgery? Yuichiro then said happily. Yeah, you've really made my day. I'm glad someone out there knows just how strong I really am. This is the end of the first chapter. Did you like Orochi Doppo and Hanma Yuichiro's past? Comment down your opinion below. Special thanks to my patron. A Patreon of the Aughts, Jacket, Isam Harris, Awesome Swayceable, Gerald Martinez, Carrot, Imran Bra, Stephen, Eduardo Molina, Baylors, Jarvis James Amu, Juan, The Broken Monarch, Sam Shires, Xander Claus, Lamonta Denson, Aaron Wieland, Valente Jr. Villegas, James Barry, Evan Edrock, Vel, Caleb, Shade Jackson, Kaiser Roche, Buffology, Momo, I Meet Rabbit, Big Samzilla, Spike and Damo, Midas, Luke Warmvoss, Sander, Kevin Arias, Jason Jacobs, Mikey Selfrez, Cool X-Ray Gun, Travis, Alec Morin, Just Danzo, Joshua Ash, Dwight Trigby, and Jaden Robinson. We really appreciate your help. If you want to support my channel, please subscribe to my Patreon, LR Shion. I will put a link in the description below. Our next discussion will be about the God Hand of Karate, Orochi Doppo, versus the world's greatest swordsman. Stay tuned.